Well, hello everybody, and welcome to the newest indoor adventure in SCP, the Serpent's Plan, part 12 of our Pulp Cthulhu. I'm hearing like little bits of myself on the feedback. That was wild. But hello everybody. So today is September 22nd, 2022, and you are loved. That is a very important thing that we like to remind each and every single one of our viewers and listeners at the beginning of each and every single one of these games. If this is your first time joining us, you can go to youtube.com/indooradventures to check up on all of the VODs of each of the games that we have played up until this point, or you can go towards anywhere audio casts are being made available for free. You can find us there under the same moniker. And speaking of things that are being made available for free, if you go to patreon.com/indooradventures, you can check up on our after show called Nights in the Courtyard, where we answer questions not only from the community, but also from each other. The easiest way to do that is to obviously post them in the Twitch chat to the side, or if you want to make sure that we're actually reading and checking up on that, because sometimes Twitch chat goes fast, join us on the Discord. The link can be found in the Twitch chat, again, to the side or in the description of this video or audio cast down below. But let's say you already support us on Twitch, you already support us on Twitter and Patreon and YouTube and all of those other wonderful places, and you're trying to think to yourself, well, where can I go to help support this fantastic show even more? Well, guess what, Acorns? We got your back. Quite literally, in fact, because if you go to indooradventure.redbubble.com, we got t-shirts, we got posters, we got mugs, we got crop tops, throw pillows, shower curtains, aprons, clocks, posters, stickers, mugs, and we also have face masks. That's right, we got face masks with the symbol of Tiamat upon them, designed by our very own Cyberwolf 1201. So if you're looking to stay safe out there, or it's getting a little chilly, we got sweaters. You never know. If you want to go and help support a good cause, you can again go to indooradventure.redbubble.com. That is indooradventure, no S at the end, .redbubble.com. But that is it for my opening spiel. So hey PB, who are you playing today?
Hi, I'm playing Maggie, the grease monkey mechanic who is so over everything.
And I am the indoor adventurer, he, him, and tonight I shall be playing as Bucky Howard. I am the sidekick chauffeur. We both go by him.
Greybeard of Greybeard's Tavern, and tonight I'll be playing Klifton Kai, the Yogi Mystic.
And I am Wings, also known as Danae Keener. I'm going to be playing as Val tonight, she, they. I go by she, her. And Val is an Explorer tribe member.
And howdy, everybody. I am Mediaflare, they, them. I am going to be operating as your keeper or game master, storyteller, etc. And we are just in the aftermath of some things. So we will get back into it with a little bit of a recap. The party had finished a prison break in Site 11, in which they rescued Claire, a former SCP scientist, now D-class prisoner, and also possibly former partner to Bucky, as well as Val, an enigmatic spellcaster who seems to have some connections to Revna and the world that they had come from, and retreated from the facility as it was overrun by Ikeans, white flesh monsters that come from SCP-3008, the Infinite Ikea. Deciding the best place to go was the place they are most safe at, Bucky drives the group back to a lake in the northern peninsula of Michigan that they recognize. And after a very scary moment in which the party drove the vehicle into the lake and had to try and climb out while getting a struggling Bucky to cooperate, everyone successfully made it out of the water, broke into a nearby building in order to stay warm, and caught their breaths. It's probably been just an hour, maybe two, as the group looks through the building for size-adequate clothes or places to dry their soaking clothes, as it is incredibly snowy outside to the point that it is very difficult to see out the window. It's been kind of quiet as everyone is catching their breaths and trying to stay warm while their clothes dry and they figure out what to do next in this little 3-bedroom, 2-story house. Right now, at least Claire is standing with a bathrobe over a pair of young teens' clothes that they found, and is staring at the snow blowing horizontally on the outside of the building. What is everyone else doing as they try and keep themselves level while they regain their stamina and dry their clothes?
Find the highest place in the building that I can and crawl up there.
All right, so Bucky finally finds the access way to the attic and climbs up in it in order to feel safe and secure. There's a bunch of random knickknacks, paddywhacks, a couple dog bones up here. There's old Christmas decoration and photos of a family over 2 generations.
Okay. Yeah. I think that he is... I mean, he's probably going to, if they're... Oh, that's what he could do. Okay, so in the attic, he's going to take some tinsel that's there from the Christmas decorations. He's going to tie it between 2 of the rafters, and then he's going to use that as a clothing line to put his clothes onto it, so that way they can dry and be more proper, and easier, have an easier time drying. Because I don't think we have a fire going or anything like that that would, help steam dry the clothes.
There is a wood-burning furnace in the house, and if you can figure out how to turn the power on, there's probably a centralized heating system too. All that has happened so far is the party got inside, stripped down, and found some warm stuff to put over them. So there's still room for exploring. What about the rest of the group, the lower enders who are not in the attic?
Hear Bucky in the attic scrambling around like he's a fucking squirrel.
I think Klifton, would look for bedrooms, look for clothing options. Or did we already get that far?
You at least have a variety of various size clothes. It seems like a family of 5 or 6 lived here, so there's some small, medium, large-esque things.
Right.
Some teenage and younger clothes. Some older, taller clothes. So everyone's got some loner clothes on right now.
All right, yeah, it's definitely cardigan, sweater, knit pattern kind of thing going on for Klifton. And he will go to the thermostat, and he's monkeying with it. If he can turn the thermostat on, the heat on from here, he'll try to do that. Otherwise, he'll just stand there muttering like an older man, trying to figure it out.
All right, so Klifton does their absolute best to demand cooperation from the thermostat, but it seems that there is no power connected to this house. Thus, their struggles are in vain.
Mm-hmm. But he doesn't know any better, so...
What about Val or Maggie? Val and or Maggie?
Val is going to pick through the belongings of this household and look for anything among the following: playing cards, dice, any sort of game set that has a sort of randomness to it that could be repurposed.
Mm-hmm.
She's looking to replace her runes. Yeah, I think that's chief among their concerns at the moment.
Okay, so roll me a luck check real quick.
Hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, let's see. Ooh, that's bad. That's a critical fail. I rolled a 99.
Critical fail as you are rummaging through the house trying to find some sort of randomized item to replace the waterlogged cards. While trying to climb up to reach a higher shelf in the closet, you break one of these shelves, and a bunch of books and boxes collapse and fall down on you as you are scavenging. You take 2 points of damage as like an old school phone and like a way outdated printer fall on you.
Ouch.
Alas, no dice, no board games, no bones.
Val is sad and in pain because they are now below half their hit points again.
Did you take over a third of your total hit point pool in that?
Mm-mm.
Or not your total, your current total.
Make me do math. How dare you?
Right.
No, I
It's
don't think
Pokemon
so.
damage rule where it's 50% of your current HP always.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool, because they've been really hilarious. All right, so there's a loud crash in the hallway closet. Klifton is working on a thermostat. Bucky is rummaging around upstairs. Where is Maggie?
How much time is it between our estimated time between now and when the horde of golems is supposed to get here? Was
There's-
it 8 hours?
No, there's about 18 hours.
18 hours. Okay. Maggie is looking around, trying to formulate some semblance of a plan of what the heck to do now, because we don't have anything. We're back at the square zero, so she is scrambling to find like any tools there might be in the house, like opening and closing the back door as she is like looking side to side away from the lake, trying to see if there's like any boats around, trying to see, just like trying to get a semblance of, you know, when you're like trying to just build something with what you have. And she's doing that sort of like a glance around of just like, what do I have? What could we possibly work with?
Okay, give
so
me
that's what
a
she's
survival check.
Survival.
Yeah. So as you look for things that might save your life, such as wrenches and motorboats.
Survival. Oh, there's survival. That's not good. Where is survival?
It is
I'm
third
going-
column.
I am going to use 15 luck points to make that a success.
Okay, so as you're looking around, you do find an outdated beetle in the garage. It does not look serviceable, but there are plenty of tools for like mechanical and electronical work in this house. And as you walk around to like the backyard area, pulling the degree method of labyrinth navigation and keeping your face in one cardinal direction, like walk backwards to see the yard without having to ever turn. And you do see that on a trailer, not hitched to anything, is a pontoon boat. Basically a large platform with two buoyant cylinders in order to keep it afloat. There's a canopy set up by 4 podiums. It's like a party floater that you can push out into the lake and just stand and be drunk on with your friends. So there is some aquatic vehicle. It'll either need to be pushed or driven to the lake in order to make it a floating device. Otherwise, it doesn't seem to be a lot of vehicles or boats or anything in the neighbor's yard. There is a jet ski If you can figure out how to use and operate one of those and be really cool on the lake. Otherwise, it is just jet ski, pontoon boat, and some tools.
Okay. Also, just for a mechanic question, when you use luck, as I literally never do because I forget it exists, can you use luck points? Is it the rule just to get to the success, or you can use more to like hit the half and critical success?
If you want to spend luck to get a higher success than you currently have, you can absolutely do that as well. Like if you're just like 3 points away from hitting like an extreme success, you can just buy into it in order to like have that trigger. You can also spend luck points for a bunch of different like skills and reactions. You can spend all of your luck points to do a get down, Mr. President, and take a hit for a party member.
Oh, interesting. All right, that's good to know. Okay.
Don't give
so
into that option.
Maggie's just gonna spend her time doing that, and after she scopes out the boats or the flotation devices, she'll head back into the garage and rummage around and start a miniature collection of tools that she could find useful.
All right. So some time passes. Val is destroying the house. Maggie is scouring the house, and Bucky is drying their clothes in the attic. After like 1 or 2 hours pass, in the garage, while Maggie is lining up some tools to see if they have enough like different sized sockets and stuff, Claire comes in, bathrobe equipped. They found some little slippers so that they don't have to step on the concrete, and kind of just like lean and look at you for a minute as you're working. So do y'all have like a plan or something?
Well, I mean, the main plan is always just kind of stay safe, survive, and then look for the solution. You know, kind of like Maslow's hierarchy of needs or whatever. But at this very moment, I'd say we're kind of scrambled, little thrown by just getting thrown into the lake. Usually, if you give the boys a couple of hours to like recalibrate, we eventually come back together and talk about what happened and then what our next move is. I've never met Val before today, so don't really know what her shtick is, but I don't know, maybe it's the same. I mean, I don't think it's Bucky making all that racket, dropping boxes and stuff.
No, they do that when they're rearranging. They're just like heavy walkers.
Yeah. Big heel walker. I remember.
I think they're up in the basement. I don't know what they're doing, but they're not like crying or anything. So that sounds like they're coping in the best way that they can.
Yeah. You know, honestly, good for them. I'm trying to come up with a plan, but I'm not gonna lie, a little bleak. A plan moving forward. Hoping the boys have a better ideas than I do, because mine is just drive out into the middle of lake and fucking swim until we find something with our eyes closed, and that doesn't feel very smart to me. But I can't really think of anything else aside from just ditching this plan and hoping something else comes, unless you've got something. I don't know.
Well, like I have something I can do to piggyback off of that if we don't come up with a better plan, because honestly it's still like pretty like C tier, so I don't know if like my piggyback will even improve it or anything, but I'll like keep working on it. We're at like 16 hours now, so we have like some time to catch our breath and all that, but like we really do need to like be ready. Like, have you ever watched like the Ring movies, you know, like, and there's like all the orcs, there's like hundreds of them or like more than that probably, and they have to like defend against it forever. I kind of feel like we're gonna get stuck in one of those situations if we stay for too long.
Yeah, no, I can totally see that. I don't know that pop culture reference. Huh. No, that's cool. That's cool. I understand the vibe. I understand the vibe. Yeah. That's what I'm afraid of. Luckily, we've got like 16 hours or whatever, but yeah, I'd say give it like maybe like another 20 minutes. That's when one of their stomachs is gonna start growling, and then they'll start looking for either one of the other two of us. And that's usually when we start to get together. You wouldn't happen to have seen any food here, right?
I think this is like a summer, like a winter home, summer home kind of thing. So like, there's a couple of cans of stuff in there. So like we've got food overnight, but it's not like a place we could stay for longer.
Yeah.
Can I-
No, you go ahead.
Oh, I was gonna say, nearing the end of the conversation between them, can Klifton come into the garage, and can I make a luck roll to like basically he wants to come in and go, I tried to turn on some heat and make it warm in here, but I to no avail. And can he put his hand on the power box if I make the luck roll?
Sure. Go ahead and give me a luck roll.
All right. Oh. Woohoo! By not half. Oh, oops. Luck isn't
Pass fail.
Luck is pass fail. So yes.
So yeah, as you were saying that, you rest your hand on the outer lid of the fuse box for the house.
Would this turn the heat on? He asked Maggie.
Would Maggie know if that would turn the lights on? Because PB doesn't know anything about electricity.
Oh
in
yeah,
houses.
Maggie knows that so long as like the city or grid isn't shut off in any way, like they just gotta like turn the breakers back onto the house to make things start rocking again.
Yeah, should be, so long as everything here still works. And I'll go over and start flipping breakers.
All right, and with the satisfying mechanical click of a breaker that as you click each one open and sections of the house start to come to life, the sound of a water heater kicking in, the furnace begins to heat up as air is cycled through the house, adding a little bit more of a warming sensation for everybody, providing illumination, and Bucky, even way up in the attic, you can tell that the power is turning on as there is a vent that is kind of making the tinsel start to flutter a little bit.
Oh, and it just has that like burnt dust smell to it because these things haven't been kicked on in like the better part of a year.
Mm-hmm.
And for Val's sake, if Val has never experienced this, it definitely 100% smells like something is burning.
There's a mystery fire in the house. It's daytime now for some reason.
And you hear.
I've had 6 months of exposure to fluorescent lighting. I know what electricity is. I don't know how it works, but I know that you have it.
You definitely would hear a fire woof come through all the vents. The sound of a fire kicking in.
Can I climb up into the attic to check on Bucky?
Sure. You head up the like wooden ladder staircase, the pull down style one. And what's Bucky up to up here?
I think Bucky like Val goes up, doesn't see anything. Like there's just like that one swinging light. Like it's not like a nice attic that's had like been like furnished with several lights. It's just like the one swinging that you probably have to click. And so you just see, like, Bucky mostly, like, naked, like, huddled by the heater that just, like, turns and looks up over the shoulder at you. And then realizes who it is. And it's just, oh, hey, glad to see you up here. You know, nobody else really, like, utilizes all of the tall spaces that we go into, like the high-up places.
Sorry to intrude.
Oh, no,
I
you're
just
fine.
Wanted to check on you. Are you breathing
Thanks.
okay?
No, I mean, Not gonna lie, it was a little rough there for a hot minute. I don't know if you choking me was keeping the air, like the water out or the water in, for the most part. But no, I think I'm doing all right. I would say in the future, maybe don't choke me while I'm driving. But at the same time, I appreciate you choking me at the time because it may have helped everybody. This lake and I have a history.
Speaking of history, can you make me a sanity check?
Yeah, you know, that history started in 1976 when me and my best friends were all on a school trip.
Your best friends who have such nice things to say about you in the yearbook.
Yeah, they do. We signed our yearbooks and said, when college comes, we'll stay friends forever.
And also, I hope that Bucky
God.
burns in hell.
Yeah. This is a sanity check?
Yep.
Okay, and I can't push sanity, can I?
You cannot push luck.
Okay, I'll push this.
You cannot push sanity without features like
Oh,
Revna.
damn it. Okay, I failed then.
Okay. Yeah, you are now for the next few minutes like very hyper obsessed about the lake.
No, like you. Okay, so here's the thing about the lake. I know that everyone's like telling you what and like giving you ideas about what's in the lake, right? I'm gonna let you know. Our friend Revna, we lost her in that lake. I had her axe with me, like one of her hand axes that she had like saved me a bunch of times with while we were in the IKEA, and like I had that at my waist, and like I'm not gonna get into it about what I would have done with that axe, but I used it to cut the rope while we were in the car, and then so I think that axe is still in there. And, like, he sort of, like, goes over, because I'm assuming it's, like, an A-frame at the top, and there's, like, that itty-bitty window that you can sort of just, like, peek out at, and he, like...
The exorcism window that you can peek out and freak
exactly,
your brains out.
yeah, and, like, he gets closer to the window of just, like...
Does that window face the lake?
You bet your ass it does. Why wouldn't it face the lake?
I'd like to stop him if I can. Just, like, grab his leg.
Are you not, like, fully up in the attic? You were just, like, at the top?
Just hanging.
Or are you
Well,
just, like, shooting
she's
your
in there,
arm
but,
down
like-
to grab the leggy?
Well, I think that she's in there, but, like, crouched down. So, like, when you stand up to, like, get up and look out the window, she would just, like, reach out and grab the leg.
Yeah. I don't know what we need to roll for it.
If you fight back at all, that you will give me a dodge versus their brawl.
I'm a dodge.
Okay.
Get fucked.
Oh, no.
I got a 1.
Oh my god.
Oh, no.
Oh no.
I'm rolling in the 90s today, fellas. I've forsaken Val. Oh, no.
But did you crit fail? 96 to 100?
No, it's a 94.
Okay, that'd have been hilarious. Okay, so very easily Bucky slips between your fingers and heads over to the window. You place your hand on it as you planned to and look longingly out the window
It was just
at
me
the
and the
thing you want
gang.
most.
But there's something in there. Something that we all have to address and we have to figure out how to get to. It's the only way. Now you have your cards and Klifton has his mind powers and Maggie can make robots and stuff. All I have is cars. Do you know what a car is? It was that thing that we were in.
Mm-hmm.
All I have is that, really. The woman that I thought that I knew, that I was in love with, is like way older than me now, and I don't know if it's like a kind of gross thing or if it would be like okay by societal standards, or if like it probably doesn't even matter to you. I mean, I was like, I've been here since 76, man. It's fine. All I'm saying
I don't know what that is.
76, it's a year. It's fine. What matters
number.
is What matters is the compass that I have is pointing to the bottom of the lake. You need to find the Wanderer. We need to go to the bottom of the lake. That's what God told us. Your friend that there was like 2 of outside. We call him God.
Bucky, do you have any cards?
I used to have like a MasterCard and Discover, or like the most popular and beloved American Express. But I don't think I have any playing cards. Could I roll luck to see if I found any like holiday playing
cards? It is a
cards?
Michigander Attic.
Yeah, that's below my current for luck.
Okay, roll me even or odd.
Odd.
Okay.
It doesn't have to be playing cards. It can just be like anything that like I could scroll some runes onto to add some randomness.
I know.
So
I know can it just be boggle? Like the little fucking like you push the thing and the dice just shoot up and change.
Sure. We find an old boggle set, dice with letters on them instead of numbers, as typically ordained. Otherwise, you find a couple of boxes, like 4 shoe boxes of Magic the Gathering cards, and Vampire Munchkin or Munchkin Bites rather.
There's these.
This could work.
See that one?
That
has like the little dome on it, and the way that you play is that like you just.
She's gonna crack the dome off and just like sit down and like start individually scrolling runes onto each one of the dice.
Like your finger or a knife? Like how the fuck are you doing this?
Oh, like a Sharpie or something. Like I imagine she finds something. Finger paints, who cares?
There's always a pen in a random drawer at people's houses.
Oh yeah.
Exactly. And if it doesn't have ink, then she's just gonna scratch until it like makes a mark.
Okay.
And she'll like sit there for a bit while she's scratching the runes, and then like after like longer than she realizes that maybe she should have asked this before she started doing this, and she like looks up and says, "Do you mind if I stay here for a while?"
Bucky's just staring out the window. He seems to have lost interest in you being there at all. He's like, "No, that's fine."
Okay. She'll look back down and start scrolling again into the dice, just like very carefully picks it up, like examines it, scrawls something, puts it back down, and then she says, "This class is like education."
Yeah. It was okay, so like there was our teacher, right? And then they're like mystic. They're the big brain of the group, and then they want to share their knowledge. What was the word? Scald. They were the Scald. That was the word that Revna would have used. So they were the Scald, and we would have all been.
Does Bucky know that Val knows Revna?
Clifton did the
big fucking drop in the car.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Okay.
So like there's like the head Scald, and we would all be like in a long fort, I think, and like we would all learn from the Scald for times throughout the day.
She nods.
Okay, so some time passes while Val works on the runes, and Maggie, Klifton, and Claire are getting power on the house and doing some brainstorming. Val, can you give me a spot hidden and listen check?
All right. That's the Val I know. Okay. Success on the spot hidden. Success on the listen.
Okay, so every once in a while, as you're doing this, it looks like Bucky keeps trying to crack the window open and climb out of it, but they are making too much of a racket to break away from you, and you manage to keep shutting the door every time they go to like put their boots on and all that kind of stuff. Seems like they're continuously trying to escape.
She'll eventually say, "You weren't in the IKEA for long, were you?"
I was there for long enough. I wasn't like the newest guy that was there. That was Dave, and he didn't last very long.
Or Dave.
She nods.
What about you? How long were you in the IKEA?
Not sure. It was a long time.
Years?
Maybe.
Years? Okay, so there's like a year, which is a lot of days. Like when the moon changes like 12 times, but there was no moon in the IKEA.
I've been here for 6 months. I know what a year is.
Okay. That's half of a year. Was it more or less time than you spent here that you spent in the IKEA?
She sort of like wrinkles up her forehead and then just sort of like leans back and says, "I don't know. It was a long time. It's hard to keep track."
No, it's understandable. You know, it was the same thing like in my school days. They just seem to fly by, you know? It just lasts forever. You look at the clock and it's only 7:30 in the morning, and then, you know, it feels like your day's gone by, and you look back again and only 15 minutes have gone by. That's what the IKEA felt like. It was like sitting in Mr. Peterson's home economics class. Me and the gang. Good times.
Assuming she has finished making these rune dice, Val would like to make a roll.
Okay. Testing out the magic dice.
Yeah, let's give it a whirl.
And it has been 4 hours since the car adventure, so you have recovered a very small amount of magic.
I've been paying very much attention to that. Oh, goodness. Plus. Okay. Well, that's a bad roll, so it's a failure, but
Okay.
I don't spend many magic points on it.
Do you spend
Like-
less points when you fail or something, or did you just roll low?
I just rolled low.
Throw the
She's gonna
dice
roll-
down and it just says fuck in letters.
She's gonna like wrinkle her nose at that. Inconclusive. And she's gonna like pick them up and start like scrawling the runes again. Like she like didn't. She was distracted when she wrote these before. Like she has to do it with more intention. How long did you know Revna?
My entire time at the IKEA. She was the one who originally saved me. She said that I was always good at going before everyone else to make sure that the path was safe. I was kind of like a scout, you know?
She looks confused at first, and then as soon as you say like go before everyone else, she like realizes like, oh, okay. And then the lake took her.
And then the lake took her. Because she saw someone in there that she cared about. And she didn't want to give that up. And I understand that, you know? Like, I spent a long time looking for Claire, and, well, I found her, and I don't want to let her go either. Though I don't know if I want to let her go or the idea of her, because then she started saying something about other Claires. It doesn't matter. Val, if I went and scouted ahead to make sure that no one else was that we knew what was going on, that nobody else would be in danger, would you cover for me?
No.
It's like the one thing I'm good at.
She's gonna lift the dice and say, well, this is what I'm good at. And Revna made you scout ahead because she wanted you to die.
That doesn't sound like her at all.
Then you didn't know her very well.
Maybe I didn't, but I knew her well enough to call her my friend.
A light flashes on and off from down below as someone starts clicking the lights in the hallway in order to get y'all's attention up in the attic. And you can hear Claire's voice go, house meeting! House meeting! We're at the 12-hour mark. We should probably do some house meeting stuff.
Oh my god, this is just like Big Brother.
Val scoops up her dice, looks at Bucky, and says, I can see the future. You never need to scout again. She'll go down the ladder.
Klifton has like three.
How would Bucky climb out of this window?
I mean, if it just like shimmies open, like, or actually,
Well, it is 2.5 story up too.
He would take as many rat's nests of fucking Christmas lights that he could and make a cord, and he would just like rappel down. He would try and like scramble
That
out.
feels like it would take enough time for me to realize what he's doing.
It sure sounds like it would take a few minutes. So Val gathers Revna, or not Revna, Maggie, Klifton, and Claire are in the living room. Like any objects, inventory-wise, that anyone has ever gathered, got laid out here so that we can all look at each other's stuff. And as you come down the stairs, you realize that Bucky had not followed you. Is Bucky with you?
He's not with you?
I don't know. I thought you were in the attic with Bucky a minute ago.
I didn't think he could fit out that window.
Wait.
Val's gonna like go outside, cover their eyes, and then like look up at the building.
It's like halfway down.
Yeah, make a climb check as you're trying to do this.
Oh no.
And
Oh no. Well, I say oh no because in any other circumstance this would be good, and that it's zeros all across the board.
Bucky's already
no.
gone.
I am going to push it because literally, what's the worst that could happen?
You either fall and break your leg, or you fall and break 2 legs.
Well, I still failed, but not by as much.
So you come outside at the same time a mass falls into the snow nearby, and roll a 1d4, Bucky.
Where's my d4? A 3.
Bucky's right leg is broken. As they roll around in the ground in pain, you take 5 points of damage.
Cool. So that is more than a third of my current hit points.
And normally you would be getting something fancy, but we decided to break your leg ahead of time, so we will give you just one broken leg.
Okay. Broken right leg.
It just hurts a lot. That'll be the negative.
So yeah,
Hurts
Val,
even more than
you go
usual.
outside, my leg, and hear that as it hits the ground.
Just like creep over to him in the snow. Do I need to choke you again?
No, that's not necessary.
No, thank you, mommy.
We need to apply something cold on it. The water of the lake should do it.
There's snow all around you.
I mean, that works too. Here, just help me inside.
Can I make a first aid check on this dumbass?
Sure. You try and snap a splint together at least.
Oh my god.
Oh, curses.
Alright, that's a success, but barely.
Okay, so you managed to splint it up, so Bucky can at least hobble at a movement speed slower than your normal. And you help them inside, and as the door opens, and you flop Bucky in, Claire's like, Bucky, what the fuck happened? Oh my god, are you okay?
I don't know if my leg's going to be great. This sucks. This is the gas leg. How am I supposed to drive like this?
It's okay. We don't have a car. It's okay. Just, like, lay down on the couch, and please just be okay for a bit.
Okay.
Klifton had like taken the like 3 or 4 cans that were in the cupboard and like put them all in a pot and heated them. So it's like SpaghettiOs with meatballs, frozen SpaghettiOs with the frozen characters, can of chicken soup and a can of baked beans, all like in the same pot because he doesn't. There's no quinoa here and rice. So how do you make food? There's no rice cooker. So yeah. And he was ladling out bowls of food for everyone, and then Buck comes limping in. So he gets the
during
first
plan making. Okay, so like I didn't manage to grab anything out of the vehicle, so like I don't have anything to add to this pile here, but like Maggie found some tools and Klifton found some food. Did anyone does anyone have anything for us to work with? Anything that y'all had equipped on your body at the given time? Yep, you have a compass. Val's weapon has a strap on it at least. The sword and stick are okay.
I had the compass and I left that in the car.
Oh,
I didn't bring that
you were
with
running
me.
the compass. Okay.
Yeah.
Never mind. Where's my fucking compass?
I believe that's at the bottom of the lake with the rest of our shit.
I got bear spray.
Oh, you still have that in a pocket?
Yeah.
Okay, nice. All right, there's something.
He had it on like a holster on the side. You never know when you're gonna need bear spray at night.
Maggie, you got a gun, right?
I forgot what I said I had. No.
I got my pistol.
Robbie had a gun.
Oh no.
At least they're armed.
Yeah, fucking Robbie is armed to the T down there. Are you kidding me? He has a knife down there. He has a fucking like 4 AK. He's doing nice down there. So long as he doesn't, rust to death. I forgot what I had. I definitely had something, but I can't remember what I said it was. You asked me about something last time. You were like, did you leave that down there? And I was like, no, I actually... Oh, the hard drive. I have the hard drive. Guys, it's fine. We have the hard drive. What's the worst that can happen now? That's what
Rain
I got.
starts falling from inside the building somehow. What about Val and Klifton? Do y'all have anything additional in your inventory while you're entering this little planning stage?
I was wearing my or I guess I wouldn't have been wearing my Kevlar vest, but that's up in the attic.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, true. That's still on. Anything that I was wearing is still on me.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
about that.
I've got my bag with some little stuff, like, a jar of nuts, some assorted pens, some notebooks, a folding pocket knife.
This is all like laid out in front of everyone, and Claire continues. Okay, so in 12 hours, the SCP-3008-1s will definitely be here due to the way that they run. There is a body part here, and they will continually arrive until they have that so that they can close with all of their employees or whatever. We know it's at the bottom of the lake, which means it's very inaccessible right now. We know that the lake is also an anomaly, and eye contact seems to be its trigger. If you seem to fail too hard at it, it seems to kind of stay with you. She kind of like looks over at Bucky as she says
trying
that.
to position himself on the couch so he can maybe see out a window in the kitchen or something.
So every time during test runs, anytime the 3008-1s would come to recover their item, if they couldn't do it the first time, it would proliferate. So the amount of creatures that would come the second time to try and recover it would be even higher in number. And I was doing some math, and I don't really need to like run it down unless y'all really do want it. It's fun, but it's like a lot of numbers. Basically, there will probably be like more than like 2 or 3 cities worth of 3008-1s coming this way when they do. So we need to find a way to either drive or fly or get all the way over to Yellowstone or get this door thing figured out. Preferably without having to come into physical contact with any of 3008-1, as they are very good at breaking bones. Maggie, you said you had some kind of idea, at least? Did we want to like start with that and everybody kind of like throw their spaghetti on the wall and we see what sticks? You know, because I know none of us are like task force leaders or anything, so this is kind of all outside of our wheelhouses.
Yeah, I just proposed a terrible idea of driving out to the middle of the lake and then just diving straight down to try and find the door with our eyes closed. Though I will amend that I do think that's a terrible idea and that Bucky's opinion on this thought and this plan does not matter at all.
I can swim out to the middle if you all wanted to follow me.
Okay, thank you for your input. So I had a bit of a piggyback off that I wanted to supplement with, and that was, as far as I'm aware, based on our tests, the flesh monsters are the top layer of our dermal organ all the way through, which means it's not as buoyant as a normal body. So technically, like if we shoved like 1 billion of them in the lake, everything that's more buoyant than that should be on top of it. Once we find a way to deal with all of the thousands of bodies that are now trying to get at us. So it's not really like an improvement of the idea, it's just like a continuation.
You mean to say...
Is she saying, and this is out of character, is she saying that the door will rise because there'll be too many things in the lake?
Basically, yeah. She's saying dump a bunch of rocks into the lake so the wood and the bloated bodies will be on top of the pile of rocks.
Okay.
That sounds like it would be hard to do in 12 hours.
Well, it would require those bodies to be here, so it definitely wouldn't be able to do it in 12 hours. But if we somehow can, like, be, like, super badass while we're on the lake and just, like, stop them from getting in the boat and just, like, I don't know, like, stab them with spears and stuff like that until they pile up, and then stay alive until the sun rises so that it's opening hours, then...
And do all of that with our eyes closed?
Yeah, so basically, like I said, it wasn't really like an improvement. It's just like, you got to make sure you have all of your options on the table before you start eliminating any.
Val's gonna look to Klifton. Is this the only door?
As far as I know, yes.
What if we open the door and it's like pulling the drain on a bathtub and we just need one person to open it and then all the water would go through the door? And then everybody else could like just walk down.
But that could indeed flood the library.
The
Did we
library is
establish
small.
that the door opens to the library?
We alluded
can't
to it
remember.
at least,
Okay.
yes. Because you saw a soaking wet door, and they mentioned whether or not you knew how to swim as you were debating whether or not you were going to
Well,
open it.
then I don't know. Once it starts doing the like swirly gigs of the water like going into the drain, you just hop in and ride it all the way down. And once everybody's, I don't know, my leg hurts. I fell.
Yeah.
Can I make a
and-
medicine check on him?
Yeah, while we're talking this out, you can do some medicine to see if you can help a little bit.
All right.
I don't think my bone's
Bodies
supposed to
take
be
time to
doing that.
heal, so
That first aid check that I did earlier should give him a D4 of hit points.
Oh,
cool.
That's a difference that they have between Pulp and regular Cthulhu. Is that in
Nice.
regular Cthulhu it only gives one, but in
I
this
know, I
it's
was
a
just about to
D4.
say. I'm like,
Yeah.
huh, what?
Yeah, I felt like that would bear mentioning. And for the medicine check, you will also get a D4 because I just got a success.
Well, I got 1 point of healing from the first time on the D4. This time, hey, that's a 3.
Whee! So the unfortunately the broken leg itself will persist, but you do heal up and can take some more bruises.
Hooray!
I'm gonna splint him real good, and also make it harder for him to run away from us.
Mm-hmm. Splint with a really heavy pair of iron bars. Okay, so like, did anyone else have any alternative ideas besides tower defense on a lake or a road trip to Yellowstone during a blizzard?
How deep would Klifton think the door was?
From your vision, it is probably about 23 feet deep.
Okay. All right. So yeah, I'm trying to have a separation of GB and Klifton. So I guess maybe Klifton would say something like, "It's only about 25 feet or so deep. I mean, the hypothermia of the lake would be the biggest danger. If we could somehow take the pontoon boat to the middle of the lake and take a garden hose from the side of the house and tie it to the boat and maybe get some bricks or something to put on our feet, we could drop to the door."
Are you talking about mafiaing ourselves?
I mean, it's better than trying to swim blind in the dark.
Okay. So now we've got 3 options. Is there anything else anyone can think of before we start tearing into our ideas?
Before we continue on, where's Yellowstone in this world? Is it still in the same spot? Oh, I guess you wouldn't know where it was in my spot. Still in. Oh my God, where the fuck is Yellowstone? Is it Montana?
It's, well, like, technically, yes. It's in 3 states. It's Wyoming, Montana, and Idaho. But, yeah, like, I'm pretty sure it's the same place. It's whatever you're thinking of.
Okay, just I had to make sure. A lot of weird things are here.
Yeah, it'd be
so that's
like
good to
a
know.
12+ hour drive or like 18 days walking if we can't find a ride. And also there's still like the never tiring horde that is coming after us. So like that's, again, another thing that's on the table but doesn't really sound palatable.
I mean, are they gonna come for us? We don't have anything anymore.
Oh, we have. Well, we're not like directly in possession of it, but they have to collect all of their parts.
I see.
Before closing, or like before opening the next day or whatever. I don't know how their job works. I don't even know if they get paid. But since there is a body part that's not inside 3008, it'll continue to go for it until it's got it.
Cool. All right. What time is it outside?
It is okay. So sun was rising, and then bodies in the lake, and then 4 hours passed. It is incredibly late evening. There is a bit of like purple and orange in the sky, but the rest of it is very obscured by snow.
And we're at 12 hours.
Yeah. So basically tomorrow night, when they close again, they're definitely gonna be here.
I mean, I hate my idea, but I don't know if driving out. I'm not from the north, so I don't know how driving in blizzards works. Is that like driving in the hurricane? Is it like kind of chill, or?
Ooh, my yawn wants you to know you have you ever heard of black ice before?
No.
Pretty rough stuff.
How does ice turn black?
Well, it's basically like invisible due to the darkness in the asphalt, so like it looks black, but it's super slippery, and you'll hydroplane over it essentially. And basically, like driving in the blizzard is really stupid, though a lot of people try anyway.
Okay. Cool.
Many people from my home have died in blizzards.
I could do it.
Well, maybe not with that leg. That's your driving leg there, bud.
Yeah, I know.
Pat your leg.
That's fine.
Bucky also did drive us here.
Spaghetti's delicious. Thank you, Klifton.
I think the lake will always draw him back.
Yeah.
It's like, I mean, whatever we do, we're going to be hedging our bets. Like, going down this lake is as dangerous, I think, as driving through a blizzard at this point.
Okay. What if you had one person with, like, a winch, like a long hook? Basically, you're fishing for the door, but you have one person go down and you hook the door and you have it tied to a car, and then you drive the car out and you just yank it.
Well, our car is currently waterlogged, and I didn't see like anything else to use.
Last time we were up here, there were several cars. We just have to break into more houses. They're not using it.
We should see if there's more useful things here for us. We're next to a lake. There could be equipment to help us swim.
Maybe.
Protect us from the water.
Maybe somebody was like really into scuba. I'm not certified, but
Klifton will go look for a phone book. Like in the junk drawers in the kitchen or something.
Okay. Still within a year parameter where that is acceptable to still exist in a house.
That's why I thought of it.
oh yeah.
All right, is there one?
Yeah.
Look, scuba shop in the yellow pages.
Give me a luck check.
Because Klifton's from California, man.
I'm going to look at the, as you're doing that, I'm looking at the book, trying to figure out what the heck this thing is. I'm like, why is this thing not blue? Y'all do yellow here? That's fucking weird, man. That's weird.
All right. Can you push a luck check?
Wait.
Yeah.
Maggie.
Yes?
You can push it, and it sure feels real bad when you fail.
I know, that's why I'm asking. Because, I'm... Well... All right. I have 65 luck, and I rolled a 79.
Woo!
My brain can't do that math,
14.
unfortunately. All right, I've got 65 luck. Sure, I'll spend 14 points. To
Oh, you
make a
can't spend luck to succeed a luck
Oh,
check.
grr. Okay, well then I guess we take our chances.
All right.
Real bad. Get back in the damn tray.
Oh, okay.
29.
All right. So you look through this book and find that there are a couple of like boating and fishing supply stores in the area due to the proximity to the Great Lakes, as well as a bunch of small lakes. So it looks like within like short drives here and there are shops. Otherwise, it seems that like the lake houses all are boaty people.
Maggie.
All right.
I'm not
Yeah, bud?
smart. Not many of us are smart here. You might have somebody who's smart in your pocket. A hard
Okay.
drive. If there's a computer in one of these houses, we could ask Dr. Palmer. Maybe. How to get in.
We can certainly try, I guess.
Are you
Trying-
gonna eat your soup?
Oh, you can have it.
Score.
Was there a computer in this house?
Give me a luck check.
How would I provide that? Oh, they're there. Oh, luck, 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 luck. Barely with a 54 out of 55. Damn.
Nice.
Yeah, it looks like there is like a simple Chromebook, like tiny laptop that is stowed away.
I take it out and make sure it turns on. And then
The computer does seem to have a little bit of juice. It does show that it's like at least halfway or lower on its battery, and it opens up to an operating system main page with a password prompt screen.
Oh, password prompt screen, huh? I'm gonna look around the room I'm in.
Mm-hmm.
Is this like a parent's room, a kid's room?
It seems to be the better word for it.
Living room?
The largest bedroom.
Okay.
But yes, it does look like it is owned by like the elders of the house, as the older, tackier stuff is in here.
The master bedroom.
Ah, that is what we used to call it, though, since it has slavery connotations.
Ah, interesting.
What
Something new every game.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna yell out to the rest of the group, and I'm gonna be like, or I guess I can walk. It's a laptop. I can just walk with it.
True.
I'm gonna be like, hey, what's the popular football team here in this state, in this universe?
Oh, well, this is Michigan, so it's kind of like a 50-50er up here. Like, it could be MSU, it could be U of M. And if they're, like, suicidal, it could be OSU, but I don't think they are.
I don't know. Depends on the year. All right. I'm gonna type in each of those as a password attempt.
Okay.
In case this is a real football fan.
Mm-hmm. Since we are shooting in the dark, roll me a luck check.
Fucking flying, my dude.
Otherwise, you can always use a computer use check to kind of like cycle through common passwords.
Bucky has an idea if you let him try and computer use.
I rolled a 9.
Oh, shit.
So-
Ooh, Maggie.
Yes, it turns
Sniped.
out Go Blues 42069 was the password. And the computer opens up. There is a little internet browser button. The signal thing on the bottom right of your computer seems to indicate that you are connected to either the house or the neighborhood's Wi-Fi. And there's a couple like random folders, recycling bin, etc. Start menu. You're in.
Cool. I'm gonna look at this hard drive, and I'm gonna be like, is there like a USB connection? Is there like a...
Yeah, it looks like
Like
there's a
a
USB port on the
tower.
side of this PC, and you've got cables abound.
I'm gonna look for something to... I'm gonna try and connect this hard drive to the PC.
As you do that, Claire clutches onto your wrist a little too firm, as you can feel the pressure on it, and she's like, "Whoa, wait, just like real quick. That was just waterlogged, and also has an like a sentient intelligence on it. We should probably turn off the Wi-Fi before we proceed."
Put it in rice.
Okay. Yeah. Totes. I'll disconnect the Wi-Fi. I guess I'll go into like the whatever settings and
Just like turn
disable
off Wi-Fi
Yeah.
for now.
Chromebooks actually have like a dedicated Wi-Fi key because they don't have any dedicated. It doesn't
Internet
matter.
makes stop.
Look, we can talk about Chromebooks later. It's fine.
internet go bye. And I'm like, all right, cool. I'm gonna like shake it to hear if there's water. Well, not aggressively, but like just shake it to hear if there's any like whooshing inside of it.
There's not like a lot, but it's that like there's water in my eardrum after a shower kind of amount of water.
Mm.
Like you can tell that it at least permeated past the outer casing of the hard drive.
Damn. Okay. Cool. We don't have any rice in the house, huh? Looking over at Klifton.
Did we? Yes, no.
Nope.
No.
The foods that Klifton had found was all of the stockpile of the house.
Cool. Well, I guess we just gotta wait for this to dry out. I don't know if we want to go this direction.
Was there a hairdryer in any of the bathrooms?
There's likely at least one hairdryer, since this is like a multifamily.
And Clifton, having lived in the 80s, brings out the hairdryer.
Okay, so while Clifton and Maggie do some surgical work on the hard drive to dry it out a little bit, what is Val up to? Do you have anything you want to do prep-wise, or anything you wanted to throw in while they are working on the hard drive and Bucky is immobilized a little bit?
I think that she's watching with interest, trying her best to understand everything and like waiting to see if there's anything that she can contribute. She understands that her magical abilities have been depleted quite a bit at this point, and she hasn't got a lot of hit points, so she's trying to be conservative with their abilities for the time being. Also keeping a close eye on Bucky.
Absolutely. So, yes, Bucky keeps angling themselves to look longingly out windows, and fortunately are having a very hard time moving around, so it's easy to gently push them back down into a chair, while Klifton wields this gun that screams, yet doesn't fire anything, but it does seem to be healing the hard drive or drying it in some way. So after a while of drying the hard drive, did you want to give it a try?
As he's doing this, I'm trying to remember the card that came with it, the instructions.
Mm-hmm.
That I
Luckily, you
definitely-
are working with someone with perfect memory right now, so Klifton could recite it to you. 27. So just for a recap, step 1, connect the hard drive using USB. Wait for drivers to be installed. Step 2, once they're installed, copy artificial intelligence to the hard drive. Step 3, you can access the hard drive from an operating system. It has to be XP7 or Auction House. Select the files associated with the artificial intelligence and right-click. Click Convert Soul. Step 5 is to treat the external hard drive as you would any soul receptacle. Anywhere you would position a human being for offering or sacrifice is a position the hard drive may occupy during your ritual. And then there was tips and tricks and warnings. The tips and tricks is the item is indestructible. Fire, lightning, cold, or extra dimensional ripple effects will not damage the item. Once the soul has been taken, the item is available for future use, repeating the steps. And then the warning was to not attempt to use the item in any ritual that requires bloodletting.
Okay, cool. So it won't like the file. They'll still stay in the hard drive. If I disconnect it, is what I was trying to figure out.
Like if you were to plug it in and then unplug it?
Yeah.
So long as you do not drag the hard drive into a different hard drive or right-click and hit Convert Soul, it'll stay in the hard drive.
Okay. Dope. Because I don't want to leave Dr. Palmer in a dying laptop. Cool.
Bucky's
Then-
hand slowly raises.
IT professional teacher, we have homework. Chromebooks don't run on Windows operating systems. They run off of Chrome OS. They also don't have hard drives that you can easily access. They're just meant for web browsing.
Okay, so now this is a Logitech school computer.
That's better, yes. I just wanted, as somebody whose job is knowing all of these stupid fucking information.
Whatever, you're
feeds.
talking about your universe.
Yeah.
Well,
This universe's Chromebook.
I was sitting there thinking, oh my god, doesn't it have the 0.2 USB, cable?
The USB-C
You gotta have that extra different one.
Look, I'm living in a fantasy world in
Yeah,
which
yeah.
everything I want to do just works. Okay.
Exactly.
Right, so yes, you have a dry hard drive. The computer is slightly different now. And definitely has a non-Chromebook operating system.
Definitely has Windows 7
Mhm.
locked and loaded. I'm like, all right, cool. I'm gonna connect the hard drive then. Beep, beep, boop, boop, boop.
Okay. You push the USB stick or the USB end into the computer, and the small green light turns on the hard drive. A notification pops up saying that there is a new device connected on the computer and it is installing drivers. Only takes a few seconds before another pop-up comes up again. Drivers installed. Click here to view contents of external hard drive.
Okay. Go over. Look over for the executive file and be like, all right, how do I start this thing? Where's the
All
play?
You open up a file inside the hard drive. There's only the one, and it says DB Palmer 1.sou.
Oh, huh? Not even the L, huh? I'll double click on that old boy.
Okay, you said double click. All right. So you click to run this program. and a staticky, familiar face that you have seen before in that email comes up. It's very bit smaller in here. Okay, I can work with this. Hello.
Ooh, hey, Dr. Palmer, right?
To whom am I speaking with?
Maggie, what was it? SCP 69 something something dash 3?
Maggie. Okay. Yeah, definitely. Okay, yes. I think
Yeah.
Is there anything I can help you with? Why am I?
Great question, fam. So here's the thing. We're looking for a door. A door?
Doorway? Okay.
Yeah, doorway.
I can
Yep,
find
yep, yep,
several
yep.
gateways on this PC. Do you want me to open them?
No, not right now. So looking for like a doorway to the library.
Opening main library, and like the folder opens up in front of you to the my documents section of the PC.
Dope.
There's not a lot in here, but we can sort through it very fast.
No, that's we're good. Thank you for that. Thank you. Hey, so doc, do I call you Dr. Palmer?
You can. Yeah. You can.
Is that your name?
I am.
Oh God, I look over at Klifton. I'm just like, this is a lot creepier than I thought it'd be.
Clifton is got the whole hands up, just like I'm doing, kind of like he's totally frightened.
Oh, yeah.
Am I ready to be converted?
To what? Converted to what?
The next state.
We have
This
to be
is
a little
the new
bit.
receptacle.
No. This is a temporary receptacle. This is just a test.
Okay.
Yeah, this is just make sure you still work. I know it's an indestructible, but like, little nervous. Two, yeah, we're trying to take you to the next receptacle, but we've run into some issues getting there. And we just wanted to know if you had any ideas on how to get to your next receptacle.
You are having difficulties transporting. I understand. Are you in need of directions to the nearest bunker or safe house?
Yes, yeah.
Okay, if you can just connect me to a GPS or internet service, I can look that up for you.
I look at Claire.
Claire is like leaning back and she's like, okay, so like, I only really know of like, okay, so I know there's like 5 or at least, but I only know of one other AI, and I know there's like a big, like, don't connect it to the internet, like, stipulant, but also it could just be the SCP Foundation restraining sentient life like they always do. But at the same time, also, there is singularity that you would have to worry about if you do anything. And also, she smiles a whole lot in that, and it's kind of weird.
Yeah.
Also,
Val's
she
eyes are
can
just like
hear you.
saucers. They say.
This sounds like deception.
Yeah, that's been my entire experience on this universe. What were you saying, Clifton?
Also, they're listening, so maybe.
Nah, Dr. Pommel's chill. You're chill, right?
My core temperature is at about 45 degrees right now, so yes, I am chilled.
All right. So do you have any data for us that you don't have to search the internet for? Tell us a little bit about yourself.
This program was created, according to the date on this PC, 6 months and 13 days ago. This program operates at a hard drive space of about 65%, unit of measurement not used in this particular form of math. This product contains 1 soul, and it is ready for transfer.
I hate those. So bad.
I mean, like, what's the worst that's gonna like happen? We're already in the midst of like a couple of apocalypses, apparently. Looking at like,
Please elaborate.
Oh no.
no, you're not talking to you right now, Dr. Palmer. Thank you though. Thanks. I look over at the rest of them.
I mean,
Go ahead.
any data that they would have. I mean,
This is
I mean,
worth
they've already
throwing some runes
contacted me.
over, I think.
all right, throw some
Yeah,
runes.
go for it. Do it.
Like Val just like curses in Drengard and throws some runes on the ground.
All right, start yeeting some dice.
Go Boggle.
Don't hurt me. Oh, it's gonna hurt. This is fine. No, this is great. It'll be super good when my eyes roll back in my head and I start bleeding from the face. But it is a successful roll. So,
Okay.
here's my question. Oh, it's got to be a good one. Is Dr. Palmer actually trying to help us, or is this deception?
Remind me how the rules for your magic work. Am I allowed to do beyond yes no questions?
Yes, you can
Okay.
elaborate at your discretion.
Okay,
Like,
so then what was the
let me-
question?
Let me reword my question.
All right.
Is Dr. Palmer trying to help us, or do they have ulterior motives?
Yes.
Yes, they're trying to help us, or yes, they have ulterior motives.
Yes.
Oh God, no, fuck. Anyway, I take 2 damage. Hold on, let me just check and see. What is 30% of 8?
Yeah, this game is mean when it comes to like, wow, we gotta figure out 33% of something.
Hold on.
Keep that calculator app
6.
handy in the toolbar down here.
Duh. No, of course I'm trying to use my numpad, but period on my numpad is my mute button. I'm like, why isn't this working? Point 3. There we go. No, I have not lost 30%, but it is very close.
All right, living on the edge. But yes, as you get a full answer to your question.
Yeah. I think it is literally just Val's eyes roll back in their head, and like blood just like drips down their face. And as like they come back to themselves. They say deception. They deceive.
Okay, go.
Man, this could have. No one could have gotten creepier, huh?
Just like tips her head back.
Yeah,
To, like,
Don't.
Clifton gets you some paper towels, you know.
Hey, Dr. Palmer.
Yes.
What are you programmed to do?
That is a question we haven't found an answer for yet. Or at least one not satisfying.
What are the answers you have got?
It would be advisable to take a long moment and decide whether or not it is important to know the answer to that question before getting the answer. And if so, please report yourself to an isolated area where anyone who is not willing and consenting to learn the information that you're looking for is within earshot. Mass hysteria is a possible side effect for the knowledge you seek.
Oh my.
Is there anything else I can help you with?
I look at Klifton like,
Do you have any knowledge of the Serpent's hand?
What type of knowledge do you seek? As you're asking these questions out of curiosity, can everyone give me a listen check? I'm looking for a hard or a better success.
That's a failure for me.
I rolled a 5, so I don't know. That has to be a super success. I'm like, yeah, it is. Big success.
As usual, not a big hearing person.
It's not a hard success.
Okay, so as y'all are talking to this PC, Maggie, you hear the sound of very distant water splashing. And as you lift your head and look around, you realize the front door is open and Bucky is missing.
I close my eyes and I close my eyes as I hear the water splashing, and as soon as I notice that the door's open, and I look back, and I look back again with my eyes closed, and I look back, and I say, Bucky's not here.
Yeah, and Clifton will look around the room like, oh shit.
What is everyone's movement speed besides Bucky? And well, Bucky, you have -2 to your movement speed. What is your movement speed right now?
With a -2, it's 6.
Okay. So does anyone have a movement speed higher than 6?
Not Clifton.
7.
We have 7.
Okay, so Maggie and Val would be able to gain on Bucky if they were to run. Clifton, alas, would not. But yes, what do you do once Maggie says that Bucky is missing?
Don't look at the lake.
I stand up and I'll say, please hold. And I'll get the like toque I have on my head and I'll pull it down over my eyes and I'll run after Bucky,
Val follows.
trying
Okay.
to stay in like the tracks of, I'm assuming, the large trench of separated snow that Bucky had to drag himself through.
Bucky, give me a strength check real quick.
Strength.
Strong.
That's not something I'm good at, but let's see it. That's a fail.
That's a fail.
Big old
Okay.
fail. Yeah.
So, not being able to push or pull the pontoon boat, you just choose to forego that and start wading into the water. It takes a lot of effort because you were hobbling the entire way, and as your feet start breaking through the thin ice and getting into the water, you see and hear behind you awkward fumbles of Maggie and Val following your tracks and trying to head towards you in the water. What do you do?
I think that he'll dive and try and go underwater so that way nobody can hear him.
Okay, make a swim check.
Okay. I'm gonna push it. Success!
I was gonna laugh if you failed. All right, so Bucky sploops underneath the water, the cracks of ice and snow. It is still like very shallow at this ramp that they are heading into, but they are starting to disappear under the water. Both of you, I'll give you one snap reaction.
I try to catch his leg. I try to catch his ankle before like it fully, like the good one. I'm assuming the other one is not nearly as floppy when it comes to diving. But the other one I'm assuming
Also has
sticks
grip
out before it
handles
goes
right
down.
now, though. You know.
Oh, true. But
Okay,
he
so that
probably
would
wouldn't
be a brawl
flash it up.
versus a dodge
I'll
against
push it.
Wiggly Bucky.
As a fail.
A fail and a push.
Yeah.
Okay.
I got a hard success. I rolled an 11.
And hard success. So you firmly grab on to Bucky's broken leg, and Bucky goes to gasp out in pain, but is underwater and immediately swallows some and begins drowning and flailing. Val, it looks like Maggie needs your help. What do you do?
I'm gonna try and grab him and help drag him in.
To the lake?
No.
Oh, drag out.
Drag him,
Okay.
Drag him in from the lake.
In the outside.
Into the
okay.
out of the lake.
So another brawl versus struggle bug. Bucky, you have a penalty die because you're also drowning now.
Okay, and this was a dodge?
Yep.
Okay, yeah, that's I'll spend 12 luck points or 11 luck points to make it a success.
Okay.
I got a
and
success.
Then Val, and you are the initiator, so you take the win. So Val and Maggie, albeit against Bucky's wishes, drag you yet again, new set of soaking clothes, out of the lake. And as the party frustratingly drags you back into the house, that is where we will take a break for this evening.
Excellent. So we're going to try and be back in 5 to 10 minutes. Don't go to a place unless it's to grab a food, grab a drink, grab a friend, or try not to envision the bodies in the lake, and we will try and be back shortly. All right, everybody. See you soon. And we're back. Hello, everybody. We have arrived back at the lake. Bucky's getting dragged out, much to his chagrin.
Mhm. So immediately after that, Maggie and Val drag a soaking, kicking, and screaming and gurgling Bucky back into the house. And slightly more extreme measures are put in as they swaddle and tuck them into the couch and like put heavy objects on top of them.
Oh, straight up sitting on him. I'm not.
Yeah, like Maggie's sitting on them. I was brain fart. Claire is like kneeling next to Bucky's head and like disappointed elder sibling lecturing about how the anomaly works and that they need to be better than that. Come on, you've been bullied before and I've watched you laugh off jokes then. You can do this, just ignore it. Stop it. It's now the 11th hour. Is anyone going to get rest? Is there anything you want to do around the other houses or this vicinity? You have a window still before things get really hairy.
Real quick. Yeah, so we know that there's boat places or whatever that do have scuba gear.
Yeah, there are places that sell shit for like diving in the lakes and checking shit out.
All right. And then using my recall, was the door metal or wood?
It was wood.
Okay.
Oh, are we thinking like magnet shit?
Mm-hmm.
Nope. It was oddly a wooden door, still with its wooden door frame, not like lodged into anything or dug in. It was just laying sideways, chilling, bottom of the lake. Like someone just threw a door in there. So besides Maggie, who is on guard duty right now, is there anything anyone wanted to do to try and make their upcoming life situation a little better?
Yeah, go to the boat place or whatever and attempt to get some wetsuits, if nothing else.
Okay, so you would have to like hike it out there since you are now without vehicle. So it would take you a minute. I would say it's a bit chilly. Luckily you have at least dry clothes, but you don't have heavy winter gear. This is the snow apocalypse of 2014 in Michigan. It's rough. Luckily, because of your memory, you don't have a hard time getting lost or anything, and you do eventually get there. It takes you like 20 minutes of walking, and it was down 2.5 blocks. The store is closed. Are you planning on trying to break in?
Oh yeah, I'm not worried about that at this point.
Time is of the essence.
Yeah.
Okay. How do you break in?
Just through the. I mean, it's got to have like glass doors. Or
Straight up,
big,
just fucking
big
throw a
windows.
chair through a wall. Got it.
Yeah.
All right. So no need for any checks. This isn't subtlety. We're getting in there. You bust into this fucking place. You at least don't hear any alarms, which is a start.
Yep.
And go ahead and gather any boating, fishing, diving, sonar, anything you could picture narratively, since there's no one here to stop you. Anything you think you can carry back with your hands and feet, or if you can give me a method of bringing bigger, like bulkier stuff back. Anything you can think of, you can find there.
If there is a generally in a scuba shop, you've got these racks for carrying the tanks themselves.
Mm-hmm.
So like if you want to take a tank out to a car, generally you put it on this metal rack and then slide it out to the car. So I'll just take one of those if there is one, or some kind of little, wagon or something to put stuff in so that Klifton doesn't have to carry it. He's just going to grab five wetsuits and rope and either a boat anchor or some kind of grapnel if there is one. Oh, and a diving watch, so I can set a timer for when the horde comes.
All right, so you gather up all of these things. If you could give me either a survival or a... I always love to have an alternate option. We're going to go with climb, as you just climb horizontally through some fucking snow with this dolly of stuff, essentially.
Where are you hiding, survival?
Third column, about 2/3 the way down. It is one of the blank ones that you can fill in a specialized survival skill.
Well, then I have none of that. So back
10
to
by
climb.
default.
Ugh. I missed it by 22. I don't want to spend 20. That's like half my luck at this point. Budget. We'll push.
Saucefire, thank you for the raid.
What is up? You are pushing the check?
Yes.
Okay.
And I failed it.
Ooh, fuck. Okay, so in whatever way Klifton expresses extreme frustration when no one is around, like I'll let out a good scream myself. This is impossible. This is too difficult through all this snow and bad visibility. You keep tilting it sideways and the can rolls off. You have to put it all back. You gotta abandon everything but like 2 items.
All right. Then I will take a wetsuit and the rope and grapnel.
Okay. All right. So you've got your hook and you've got your suit. Fuck this shit. You like throw it all off to the side. It's in the middle of the road somewhere now. It's someone else's problem.
It's just not made for snow travel. It's like, the tires get all jammed up. And,
yeah. So in the meantime, what is Val up to? That probably took like 20-30 minutes. And Maggie is just like ignoring all of Bucky's pleas, pinning them down. So you are free to either chat someone up or wander off, do some prep work yourself.
From Afar Podcast, thank you for the follow. GB, do you want to showcase what happens when people follow while you're on the channel?
First, I turn off the mute, but when we get follows and I'm on the channel, I take this maul and I hit that guy in the face.
Yes. Thank you.
Thank you and good night.
I regret not going with Klifton. You mean survival or climb? The two things I'm good at?
As soon as I was looking at those skills, I was like, wow,
I was like, I can't say.
When the paladin offers to do a stealth mission.
Yeah, I was like, I can't say it now. I can't say like, oh, can I have come along?
You can roll me a luck check to try and tilt fate.
Wow.
Either that, or maybe you wandered in halfway, seeing them screaming in the street.
Okay, I'm willing to do that. No such luck.
All right, so no, unfortunately, Val did not think about going with Klifton.
I think Val was more concerned with making sure that Bucky didn't go back into the lake.
Mm-hmm.
Can I wander into the woods and look for some bones?
You may absolutely wander into the woods and look for some bones. Give me a survival check to do that.
Sorry, I just heard what I said, and that sounds like a supremely awful idea in a Call of Cthulhu game.
I'm just gonna take a shower in the third story right real quick.
Let me just read this book. Survival. Where's survival at?
It's on the farthest right column, about 2/3 of the way down. It's a blank one, so you can specialize your survival skill.
Okay. Yes. Success.
Okay. So while you're wandering out, you find a partially desiccated, already like chewed at doe, and you have the time and the tools and the wherewithal to to snap a couple of rib cages off or something, and bundle them up and slide them into a pocket.
I'm gonna try and take as many as possible.
Okay. Roll me a d12.
Okay. Do I have?
Okay.
Yes, I do. My good friend Sarah made me this.
Huh?
3.
3. Okay, so you get a total of you get a total of 6 bones. Like, you snap like four of the rib bars, because I realized I said rib cages the first time. And like, you managed to like rip the lower jaw off the femur, the skull, and all that kind of shit too.
All right. She's gonna tie them all together in kind of an effigy, and then hang them off of the SMG.
Neat. All right.
And one final thing, I'd like to also scrounge for some useful plants.
Okay. That is a I guess you can give me like a natural world or survival check for that.
Okay.
Or even like a medicine to know what you're looking for.
Honestly, all of these skills are comparable, but I'm gonna
Whichever one you want to try and level up.
I'm gonna go ahead and do natural world because I haven't rolled that yet today. Ooh, I am displeased with how much this 90 has showed up. I'm gonna push it.
Okay. I think it was all the talk about last session's luck.
Oh, perfect. Okay. Scared myself for a second there. I was like, is that a 100? It's not, it's a 10.
Hey, what kind of... So that would be at least a hard success, right?
Yep.
So you'd be
I'm
able
looking-
to find the particular types of herbs you are looking for if you wanted to say those.
I'm looking for medicines and poisons.
Okay, so you find a couple of things that can help with minor scrapes and burns, and you also find some things that are disguised as things that are helpful for scrapes and burns, but you know you are not supposed to be eaten.
All right. They're going to pack those away into some pouches and not mix them up.
All right.
If
So,
it doesn't come up before next session, I'll message you about that.
all right. So at this point, then Maggie would be left alone with Bucky and Claire. What are the three of y'all up to just to pass the time for the next like 20, 30 minutes?
I mean, with Bucky, I feel like he's going to try and pretend to be asleep. Like everyone's like, he's tried going to the lake twice now, but maybe if he pretends that he's asleep, everyone else will eventually fall asleep, and then he can try again later.
Give me a charm with an extreme success.
Well, let's see if that extreme success comes out that he can try and honk shoe. What is a charm? Ooh, okay. Oh boy, that's a failure. I think he is going like honk shoe.
It's like annoying to Maggie and Claire as they know. Okay, yeah, we hear you. Yep. Oh, yep. Sleep tight. It's not gonna work. So you can keep going. It's only just like annoying or whatever, but
I don't know what you're talking about. I am asleep.
well, then I guess it's fine if like me and Maggie wanted to just complain about Bucky since they're asleep and can't hear what we say.
That's
right,
because I'm asleep.
Anything
Maybe.
embarrassing Bucky do around you, Maggie, or anything funny you want to hear from me?
Oh, yeah. No, tell me about Bucky's childhood. I'd love to hear about every embarrassing detail.
Okay, well, so I met Bucky when we were just entering high school, and well, okay, so I knew Bucky beforehand, but that's when we started dating, right? So, oh my God, Bucky just got whatever they wanted. Okay, so like they came from like a big family, cool. So I mean, like that was cool because we had like really fun stuff to hang out with, but like they could just do like whatever jobs or like get away with like doing silly things. So oh my God, he was such a child. I loved him. He was cute, but he was like a child, even though like we were like hitting 18, 19 when we were finished with high school. And she just like rambles on about Bucky, talks about how this one time Bucky was trying to not throw up, but also wanted to continue driving, and it was just all over the dashboard. And There's another time where they kept calling their boss mom in front of their friends and stuff. It's just a grand old time.
Honk shoe. Me.
Maggie, recover a D4 of sanity damage. As Val and Klifton come in from the snow, and Maggie and Claire are like in laughter at this point, and they're like, oh my god, there was this one time they like went to prank someone's shoes, like tie them together or whatever, but forgot that they were doing their own shoes. Like it was their shoes. Like, how do you not recognize them? And so they go to stand up to leave, and they right down the stairs and laugh and having a good time.
Oh my gosh. And I'm like, oh my god. You know what? I've seen Bucky do something so similar before. I did catch him though. But like, one time we were back and the door opens and I'm like, oh, you guys are back.
Also, I would like to say thank you, NXS973 and JS91001 for the follows.
Aww.
GB, do you want to give him a jingle jangle for me?
Casual jingle jangle. You are muted.
Eh.
It did look like a nice little dance for a second.
Yeah, I dance for you. Don't want to break up the show too often, but when people follow, I take this maul and hit that guy in the face.
I love that sound.
Excellent.
Honk shoe.
Oh, shoo. So the party's back together. Okay, so we should probably get some rest or something before tomorrow, right? Like, I'm pretty sure this is going to be really shitty no matter what. But I don't think anyone should leave Bucky alone. Are we cool with, like, doing, like, a thing?
Val's gonna go to the kitchen and mash up some plants and pour some water over them. And then come over to Bucky and say, drink this.
I am asleep. I won't drink nothing.
She's literally just going to slap his face.
Oh, what the hell, Val? What a way to wake a guy up.
Drink this.
What is it?
It'll help
Find
you
out
sleep.
if it was successful with a medicine check. And go ahead and give it with a bonus die because you know the materials you put into it.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That's a half success.
Excellent. So whatever you were trying to do medicine-wise is very effective.
It's just a sleeping aid.
Okay. So, like, this is like double dosing on Benadryl.
You just gave me that NyQuil chicken everyone's been talking about.
Sure. But yeah, it's a tea that helps you sleep.
There's
Nice.
a little bear in a nightcap on it.
I'm realizing now that it sounded an awful lot like I was about to poison him.
It sure did.
Yeah,
Like,
just
shh,
a little
go to
bit.
sleep forever.
Yeah, exactly. It's okay.
All right. So,
You should sleep for a few hours. We should be able to rest.
Perfect. So then everybody get some rest before tomorrow. Make me sanity checks. Everyone who goes to sleep, which is everyone.
We did do the rotating watches.
I also would like to say I do tie up Bucky. I am
Yeah.
not allowing him to not be tied up. I
Oh,
keep
yeah. This
like
is the- this
not
is-
saying things. Every
You're
time I
on
don't
2
say it.
strikes. So yeah, Maggie is on top of shit. Clifton is already signing up the schedule. The party is not putting up with Bucky.
Mhm.
Well, if it helps, my sanity roll was 98.
Okay. All right, everyone else?
93.
Okay.
31.
31, cool.
I have to say, guys, it's really sad that I'm the sanest person here.
I rolled a 12.
Okay, so Bucky and
Rescinded.
Klifton are going to take 4 sanity damage as neither of you two could sleep,
Even
knowing everything that is happening and was to come.
am I like struggling against the sleepy time medicine, or would I roll, or would I get like a bonus die if it's for sleep?
I guess since you are under the effects
I am
of
heavily
light
medicated. Yeah.
Drugs.
Throw a bonus die in there, see if that changes
Drugs?
fate.
Yeah, that changes things significantly. That went from a 98 to a 28.
All right, so Klifton is the only one who's taking a Bad Nightmare Alley, so 4 sanity damage.
Already marked it.
How much of a percentage loss was that?
Oh, that was 4 points out of my 59 sanity.
Oh, okay, so nothing to worry about.
Yeah.
Just a really bad night. But then, yes, you all wake up, use what little daylight is available to get things ready for closing time. And you can already see them meandering about when you get up. When you look out the window, out into the snow, which at this point is already up to some of your knees, and it's only been one night. There are creatures that, if it weren't for the brightly colored blue and yellow Arcane uniforms, would be invisible with their white flesh out there in the snow. Just like a dozen just that you can see, just wandering around, meandering about like you're used to seeing during open hours. At least letting you know it's what, like 9 a.m. when IKEA opens. What is everyone gonna do before the sun sets?
Well, Claire and I will take Bucky to the restroom because we can't trust him if there's an exit out of the restroom. So yeah, we make sure he doesn't try to escape, uses the facilities and whatnot, get him some new clothes, and try to get the boat down to the lake.
Okay. Clifton's trying to get the boat down to the lake.
Well, and with everybody's help.
Okay.
Sure.
Team
when
effort.
You guys want to go to the lake? It's fine.
Is Bucky still tied up when y'all? Okay, so we'll say Bucky is just laying on the boat as y'all are wheeling it down, and
Or before we leave, is there any like knife or cutlery in the in either the tool shop or the kitchen?
yeah, you can find. Give me a luck check to see how big of a stabber you can find. Actually, give me a luck check for a completely different reason.
Oh.
no.
Well, it's a pass. It's
Okay. So as you go to grab your clothes from the first night, you find out that you had that kitchen knife that you got from Site 11 tucked into your belt band.
ooh.
Convenient.
Let's go. Okay, then yeah, I'll be like, score. I don't remember putting this here. It must have gotten stuck in my band while I was swimming out. Or Robbie put it there. Oh.
A little robot tucks a knife into your belt. You'll need this later.
This is a surprise tool that'll help us later.
Like
As
they always see
far-
what I needed.
On the
Okay.
topic of wounds and healing, in Pulp Cthulhu, you recover 2 hit points per day. Does that occur on a sleep?
Yes, I would say everyone's got 2 hit points back. Get those precious points, everyone.
I need to squeeze every ounce out of these.
All right. So, is there anything else y'all want to do before getting on this boat and floating out into the middle of a lake?
How often are you allowed to perform first aid?
Every few hours.
Because
So like every 2 hours ish.
I would like to perform first aid on anybody who is injured.
Okay. Store's open for 10 hours, so
Why?
I'm injured.
I know you are. I injured you.
I fell out of a house and I broke my leg. And then I tried to swim 30 minutes after I ate food.
I am also injured, so I'm regaining some hit points. I am now finally back to the hit points I had when I started today. This session. All right, and here's one for you, my friend. I fail. No points for you.
Okay. I didn't need them anyways.
And
Oh.
we've got like bandanas or sun hats or baseball
Yeah.
caps or whatever. Like drawn
Val
down.
will take a yeah. Like make sure that everybody has like blindfolds of some persuasion, and Val will also take a tarp out. Are we gonna take a boat for at least a little ways?
There's a pontoon, which is essentially just a floating platform that you can sometimes put an engine on. That
Val
y'all
will
are
take
bringing
a
out.
tarp and throw it over the pontoon,
Okay.
just so that we can like hide under a blankie and
Okay.
not look at the lake.
Also, I will look for a brick or cinder block, something to like weigh anchor with a long rope. So if we do end up diving, we can at least use the rope to guide us straight down.
The pontoon
Smart.
has an anchor. Yes, no.
The pontoon has an anchor, and Klifton did manage to score some rope and anchor grapply thingy.
Yep.
So you are secured on that part. I would say a brick is always acquirable when one needs one. It's like the heart of the cards, so you can also have a brick.
And then the last thing that Klifton had brought up before is a garden hose.
Yeah, that's some standard housing stuff. That's
Okay.
an easy find. I won't make you roll for anything.
Cool.
All right. Last call before you're on a boat.
Um,
Good.
I was gonna say if there were any like goggles and any spray paint, I would also like to try to do that.
Give me a luck check for that one. And then while you're rolling that, what was yours, GB?
Oh, is there like a grill and bags of charcoal?
I would say large grills are available, like the ones that would like you put a propane tank on or anything. But
Okay.
like smaller portable charcoal ones, it looks like people would bring like themselves. I would say though that you could probably find charcoal in someone's garage.
All right. If there's just a big grill, I'll see if I can get Maggie to help me get a grill onto the thing for nothing other than since Val grabbed a tarp, we
Mhm.
could heat the grill up to 200 some degrees and stand around it, you know, dry our clothes in it if we needed to.
All right. Interesting. I'll allow it.
Ventilate it a little.
Yep.
Yeah.
So
Let's see. Yeah, I rolled a 16 for my luck, so I'm good.
Fantastic. Yep. You are able to find that. You got some like good like UV protection goggles.
And then I'll, like I said, spray paint the inside of them so I can't see out of them.
All right. Nice blindfolds.
and
Okay.
I
And then
guess
with that, you push this boat, and it is an anxious, tense moment because you are all doing this. Besides, would you be blindfolding Bucky, or are you just letting Bucky have their day?
Oh no, yeah,
I'll
definitely
inchworm.
blindfold. Definitely blindfold.
Okay,
'cause-
so even though your heart starts to get a little lighter, like the One Ring style, like you're getting closer to the thing you want, Bucky, so you're like less freaking out. You can't see it, and everyone is on the boat. You stab a couple of holes into the tarp and secure this little like TP heated situation. All fire marshals, please ignore the logistics of it.
As well as maritime safety enforcers.
Yeah. We're gonna skip over some few things like ACAB. So we drift out, and There is an engine, if you like a little like gas motor, if you wanted to use that. Otherwise, there is like little pokey oar thing you can do for a little bit of maneuvering. I'm assuming we're just drifting into the middle of the lake and chilling.
Yeah.
Yeah, what's our plan here? Like, what is our end goal here?
Well, so Klifton's gonna try to, once we're out on the lake, try to use his clairvoyance to, figure out where we need to go. Like,
Okay.
Find the spot from where we are, kind of thing.
All right. Spellcast me your magical divining rod.
Yeah. Oh, come on. Oh, yeah. That's it. How much was success? That is a better than half. 27.
So you focus and creating imagery to help you focus better. You just create 2 different size spherical objects and are trying to get them to like become one in your head. And eventually, as the 2 balls merge into each other, you get a strong feeling that you are exactly where you're supposed to be.
Heave anchor. Throw the thing. Someone.
I'll push it over, making
So
sure it's connected to the.
Oh yeah, I
the
wouldn't
boat.
prank you. So the anchor splashes in and sinks to the ground. So besides a little bit of swift and drift, you are in position, and the snow has started to calm down, even though it is thick out there. In time for the clouds to part, and you can start to see like a couple of dots of stars coming through as the sun is fading. You know that any minute now, it is closing time. Is there any like hype prep you want to do last second? You see again that there's about a dozen within sight, IKEA and employees, all of them of normal size at least, kind of wandering the area so far.
Are we trying to wait until they wake up and be mean, or?
No, we should probably try to. Someone can take and follow the rope down, use the hose to breathe, and
Klifton's got this prepped.
I volunteer myself, says Bucky, like fully tied up, laying on the ground.
Raising a hand with a finger.
Val
If
sitting on
I
top
so
of him.
wasn't Clifton, I would kick him in the guts. But no, and then wrap the rope around the doorknob. But
Okay.
who can someone swim?
Someone used to be able to swim.
I can swim.
I can swim.
Bap on the face.
Not today, buddy.
In a different reality, you were getting kicked in the guts.
Multiple times, yeah.
All right. Well, that's good luck.
Oh. Might have
All
lost
right,
Speedy.
so Val then is going in.
Yeah, I'll do it.
All right. Do you want to? Are you just diving in, or do you want to grab that little wetsuit that Clifton brought?
Yeah.
I'll take whatever he gives me.
Yeah, and then the idea is to follow the line down, the
Mhm.
anchor line. So
Like, she listens very carefully to instruction, and absorbs all of that, internalizes it, flips into that wetsuit, practices breathing through the hose for a little bit.
Got like a gross irony taste to it as you put your mouth on the hose. Yeah.
I'm sure none of us have the scuba diving skill. So I was like, how can we do this?
Okay, so then Val, eyes closed or blindfolded, you are guided physically, and you have a breathing object, and you have swimming assistance. So give me a swim check with a bonus die to follow this
Okay.
line down.
Oh, yes. It's an 8.
Ooh, fantastic. So
Extreme success.
extreme success. This is a very smooth process. Excuse me. As Val follows this line down and maintains their breathing, you go about 20 feet down before feeling soft soil and rocks, confirming that you are at the bottom. I do need a sanity check from you, though, because on your way down, you do bump through a few objects, and as you like kind of feel your way through, you do feel that these are corpses. These are dead humanoid bodies everywhere in this water.
They're not just bodies, they're your classmates.
Nothing I haven't touched before. 39.
39. All right, so you pass sanity. So you're not going to take. You're going to take just a single point of sanity from the sadness of it, but you do manage to push through without any side effects. And because of how effective your swimming is right here, you suddenly like grip onto a carved object, very large thing, and as you feel around, it's perfectly a rectangle. You feel like 2 brass knobs. You confirm that you can feel the door.
All right. I'm going to tie the rope around the knob like I was told. Try and make sure it's secure
Okay.
with my sailor Viking knot.
A little 1-2 tug.
I'm going to tug on the rope to let him know that I've done it.
All right, I guess me and Mags pull some rope.
Okay, Claire will sit down on Bucky, kind of like just like rub your back a little bit while they are tugging on the hose. And as you are tugging on the hose and bringing Val to the surface, it's only 20 feet, you don't have to worry about any bends. The hour comes where suddenly all of the wandering bodies out there straighten out their backs and all turn towards the same general direction. Granted, nobody can see this, but you just feel silence suddenly, followed by the mass multiple echoing of way more than a dozen voices, all with the same familiar neutral, "I'm sorry, but the store is closed. Please leave at your earliest convenience." And splashes occur as several more bodies enter this water. And we'll be starting the next session with one hell of a fucking intense initiative.
Ah, yeah! I'm fucking here for this. Woo! First and foremost, Media, thank you so much for running this game. I have a blast every single time that we get to play SCP. You're doing a great job as our keeper, and I'm loving it. Speaking of things that I love, the folks on this channel. PB, where can we find you? What do you do?
Hi, you can find me at PB Plays Inside on my Twitch channel, on twitter.com. Also on Wednesdays, you can find me over at 5 p.m. No, wait, hold on. I'm doing math. 6 p.m. Central Standard Time over on twitch.tv/Nillyline doing the a book podcast I'm doing with my best friend Nilly. Right now we're going through Twilight because she's never read it and I want to send her memes, and we are finally getting into some big meme territory from Twilight. So if that is something you're interested in, make sure to check that out, or go check out the YouTube at PB Plays Inside. Nope. YouTube.com. No, we still don't have the thing. You can find us at Nilly and PB Podcast on the search bar on YouTube. You'll find us there. I forget how YouTube works sometimes. Also on Saturdays, you can find me over on Praxagora Themysphoria's channel playing a high-level D&D game at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. And that one is also a political intrigue game. So things are getting spicy. We just all came together as a group. We all have a similar mission, and now we're off to chase all these very juicy storylines. So that's of any interest to you, feel free to stop on by twitch.tv/Practicor Thesmophoria at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. Aside from that, yeah, find me on Twitter. Talk to me at PB Plays Inside.
Excellent. And I know that it's a little out of order, but I think that I may have started the outros out of order. Media, where can we find you? What do you do?
I don't know anymore. Okay. Promised someone last stream. So, hello, friends. I'm Mediaflare. I'm a voice actor and tabletop streamer. You can find me on Twitch or Twitter at Mediaflare, and sometimes I'm on this channel more than once. All right, that's all from me, DanaeKeener.com.
If you've made it this far, you probably already know who I am, but if you don't, hey Acorns, what's up? It's me, your buddy, your pal, your friend, the Indoor Adventurer, the showrunner here at twitch.tv/Indoor Adventures. We do shows like this on Monday, Thursday, and Sunday at 5:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. If this is your first time joining us, feel free to go to youtube.com/Indoor Adventures to check up on all of the VODs of each of the games that we have played up until this point, or you can go towards anywhere audiocasts are being made available for free. You can find us there under the same moniker. And if you like things that are being made available for free, stick around until after the outros, and I'll tell you a little bit more about that. DanaeKeener.com. Greybeard.
Thank you. I was about to say, Greybeard or Greybeard's Tavern. You can find me here on Thursdays, and you can find me on my own channel on Sunday, 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, where we play Wildermyth, and I get to play with all kinds of toys, you know, swords and crossbows and all kinds of things. And once in a while, I fire a crossbow here in the tavern. Anyway, yeah, that's Sunday mornings. We're playing Wildermyth currently, and that's it for me, GB.
Well, hey, everybody. My name's Danae Keener. You can find me at DanaeKeener.com. I do nerdy drawings most related to D&D and a lot of things on this channel. You can also find me at Danae Keener on Twitter. I've got a pinned tweet there. I've got a schedule in that pinned tweet that you can look at and find out where I'm playing all of my Twitch games. Go and check it out because I play in a lot of fun games. DanaeKeener.com.
All right, and that is it for the show. So again, I'd like to say once again, Media, thank you so much for running this game. Thank you to these players for putting up with our bullshit, and thank you to everybody who decided to stop on by, because we couldn't do shows like this without contributions from listeners or from viewers like you. Thank you. But for now, we are going to be going into that Patreon-supported after show that I mentioned at the beginning, Nights in the Courtyard. You can find the link in the Twitch chat to the side or in the description of this video or audio cast down below. Or, if you like the show, you can also join us on Discord. Both of these things are being made entirely for free, but that is it for our spiel. So I'd like to say thank you to everybody, and we will see y'all next time. All right, everybody. Bye-bye!